It says it's scheduled.
Oh my god.
Actually, wait. I think it's working.
Is it?
Speak.
Hello? It's not working, is it?
No, it's working.
It is? Why won't it show up? Oh, okay. There we go.
I was waiting to hear the...
Oh, okay. There we go.
Hear you.
I was waiting to hear the... Yeah, let me know. Keep an eye on the audio for me. Is the stream working?
Fresh?
Is the stream working? I can hear myself.
Hang on. Speak into the mic again.
Speak into the mic again.
Alright, we're good.
I hate it here. Oh my god. Every fucking time I start a stream, I have to fuck around with it like that. There we go. I'm drawing an Edmontosaurus for Jay on Twitter. It's one of my friends. He commissioned me.
Yeah. This shit still exists. What the fuck?
Who still exists?
Cool Math Games.
How do I... So this character has more, like, fingies than the little, like, hoovesies that Edmontosaurus normally has, like, as an animal.
Yeah.
So I don't know how... know if I should draw it like... I don't know if I should draw it like that or not. Hi, Storm.
Storm!
It's fine. I'm just gonna do that, and I'll just ask Jay if he likes that or not. If he wants the normal stompy feats, or he wants me to do, like, these little hands.
Yeah. I swear to God, Storm is a real one.
Storm is a real one. So, oh man, I haven't changed the fucking, nope, there we go.
Hey, Shadow.
What?
Would you rather be the richest or the smartest?
The richest.
Why?
Because if I'm rich, I could do something about problems in the world. And I also could stop suffering. There's plenty of intelligent people that still are poor as shit and suffer and can't do anything about their situation. If anything, I'm rich. I could give better opportunities to the smart people. I'd rather do that.
What are smart people? I hope you know I was trying to be funny.
Oh, I'm sure you were.
At least I am.
I'm just lying. See, where does this... It kind of starts back here. You have an ear? Do you have an ear spot? I don't fucking know, man. I think this looks okay. I'll finish up the sketch and shoot a whip over to Jay. Hopefully he sees it quickly, but no idea.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. Depends. I don't think you can really see any. I don't think they have any, like, teeth that show.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the right brush. Let's see.
Oh, Biohazard.
A chicken plushie? That's cute. I love chickens.
Not just any chicken. A chicken nugget.
Chicken nugget. Wait, I didn't read it. Oh, I missed the chicken nugget. I missed the nugget because I have a little heart button. I have the reaction button was like right above. Look, I'm making little hearts show up on my stream. Man, YouTube is really fucking trying to copy. YouTube is really trying to copy, fucking TikTok with that shit. That's what you do. Like, that's a TikTok thing. Where you react to people.
Right.
We love nuggies. I haven't had nuggies in like a million fucking years.
Yeah, I wonder why you don't eat meat.
There's veggie nuggies, motherfucker.
So?
They taste good. The issue is that they're expensive.
Fair enough.
Okay. Does Edmontosaurus... Wendy's has good nuggies. Back when I ate, like, real chicken nuggets, Wendy's was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
They were the least likely to have those nasty pieces of cartilage stuck in them.
Right. McDonald's.
I don't know if it was like an autistic thing or what, but if I bit into like a nugget or any kind of like sandwich and I felt like a piece of cartilage in there, I would not be able to eat it for like a month.
Oh, no, trust me. I'm right there with you.
I would be revolted. I know it's just an animal product. I know realistically it's not going to hurt me. I could eat it. It's fine. But it's just disgusting.
Right. Like, here's the thing with me. I have a, let's just say, delicate relationship with meat.
Delicate? What do you mean?
So, I have periods where I go on and off eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
So, there'll be times where I go months without touching meat at all.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Edmontosaurus. And that's not how you spell ear.
E-A-R.
Yeah, leave me alone.
No.
I did not say eat. I said ear.
Congratulations, Shadow. You won the Medal of Honor.
Hot take, I really love the older version of the Edmontosaurus. It's the one that they have in The Land Before Time. Ducky.
Mm-hmm. I remember. You want to know what was a really good show growing up?
What?
Dragon Tales.
Yeah, I've started to rewatch Dragon Tales.
Really?
Yeah, it's on YouTube for free. Why did I click on this fucking website? I just wanted to see a zoomed in picture of this thing's fucking ear. I think they just have lizard holes. Yeah, it's like right there. No. Whatever. I'm just gonna go with it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a dinosaur.
You need help on lizard holes? Ask Jericho.
Oh my god.
He's a professional.
I hate you so much right now. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Why do you hate me, though? I didn't even do anything.
Didn't even do anything, my ass. That's not what I meant when I said lizard holes.
I'm so confused.
You said ask Jericho. He's an expert on lizard holes. I'm talking about ears.
I know.
What are you talking about?
I kind of figured you were talking about ears. Again, Jericho knows the most shit about fucking lizards and everything.
He knows the most about fucking lizards? Damn.
He is a lizard.
I'm gonna get canceled. Okay, let's see.
No.
Fuck you. Let's see if Jay likes this, so I can continue. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to him, and until that happens, I can work on another commission that I have going on.
Cry me a river, Shadow. Ow.
I gotta fix this arm. I'm trying to. It's so. These dinosaurs throw me off because, like, they have such short little front leggies.
Fair enough, yeah.
And it's like it feels like they should have something more substantial, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. While I wait for Jay to get back to me, I can work on another commission I need to do. That requires going to a Discord server. Alright. Making sure I don't... Honey, I will slay you. That's not for you.
Didn't you say you would skin her earlier?
Yeah, I'm gonna skin her.
Now that is something I would watch.
Let me see.
You have ice, don't you?
Safe for work art. I need a picture of Scorcher. Where is a picture of... dying on a glue trap. Where is a picture of Scorcher?
I don't know. You tell me.
Fuck. There's a sketch of Scorcher. I need, like, a proper... Fucking shit. There's a headshot of him. Where's his reference sheet? No, this is just... Announcements... No. Penises. Guild's character builder. The comic. Okay. Characters.
Just so you know, we can all see your Discord.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm panicking because I know there's porn in this in this group. Okay, finally got a thing of Scorcher. There we go. Okay. Shadow about to blend her cat. Yeah, no, I'll put Honey in a blender. I don't even give a shit. Little asshole.
You threaten to skin her all the time, too.
Yeah, she's a little asshole.
I mean, doesn't she eat her own?
Real quick.
No.
I was just updating Ace on the whole moving situation. She is being the sweetest fucking person in the entire world, and is taking like the only free day off she has this month to not only pay for my movers, but also come down to help me, like, to drive me to the new place, and so that I can put my, like, you know, some of my breakables as well as Honey in her car.
Aww.
Ugh. I love her so much. I've known Ace for a really long time. Like, we go way back. We met as, like, kids. I was 13, I think, when I met her at Camp Chenoa. It was a Girl Scout camp that I went to as a kid. I miss the place dearly. The Girl Scouts ended up selling it.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunate. They just did not advertise their camps very well. They basically let Chenoa fall apart, and they sold it because they wanted to only have one camp for our specific council of the Green and White Mountains. Basically, when we had, initially we had, 2 different councils. So there was a council for New Hampshire and then one for Vermont, and they each had their own residential camp. New Hampshire had Chenoa, Vermont had Farnsworth, which is where I ended up going afterwards. But when they merged, a lot of Girl Scout councils around the country merged with states near them, especially smaller states. And so Vermont and New Hampshire merged into the Girl Scouts of the Green White Mountains. And after they started doing that, they started they did more of their budget cuts and condensing, and they just wanted one camp. And Farnsworth was a lot older, more historic, and more successful and bigger than Chenoa, so they went with Farnsworth instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. I wish we could go back to when it was just the Swiftwater Council, but here we are.
Right.
File new. Okay. Let's make the canvas darker. File import from photo library. That's a large image. We're going to make that smaller. Alright, so Scorcher wants me to draw this character as an anthro. Perfection. I'm surprised I haven't drawn this fucking character yet, because I've been acquaintances with Scorcher for a little bit now because of that audio drama that I've been helping with.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Hey, Shadow, I have some tea.
What?
I have tea.
Ooh, we love tea.
The tea is that you are gay.
Damn, how could you do this to me?
What do you mean?
How could you call me gay like that?
I just did.
That's so rude.
And what you gonna do about it?
Your mom, no.
Let her know I said hi.
I'm all set, thanks. Nah, he looks too cute.
Goodbye.
You know, a real question I probably should have asked is, what kind of hands does this person want?
You know, that might be a very good question.
Probably.
Probably?
Probably. Like, do they want hoovesies or do they want hands with, like, fingers?
Don't fucking ask me.
Let's draw a big draft horse.
Beautiful.
You're beautiful.
I will literally kill you, Shadow.
What? I'm not allowed to compliment my friends?
No.
Too bad.
At least not me. You can't compliment me. I'm ugly as shit.
Does being called beautiful give you dysphoria?
A little bit.
Okay, then what about being called handsome?
That's better.
You're so handsome, Mikey.
But I'm still ugly as shit.
Nah, fuck you.
Do it yourself, coward. Oh wait, you said I'm not your type.
You're just too young. I don't even know what my fucking type is.
You have a type?
I do have a type, and you want to know who that type is? It is specifically Daddy from Orange is the New Black. Hi, may I take your order?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Like, come on, look at her!
No, trust me, I get it. I get it.
But, like, also, but then there's Nikki, but then also, oh my god, is there Alex? Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Piper's like a mid.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just like bad bitches. I think that's my problem. I like bad bitches.
Well, here's the thing, Shadow. I am a bad bitch.
grow up a little bit.
You telling me to grow up?
Yeah, grow up.
You know, fuck you.
Okay, so Jay has approved the sketch. I will move back to it after I finish this sketch and get it approved. Ugh, I hate waiting.
What you need approved?
What?
You know what you need approved?
What?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
What were you gonna say?
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna commit a felony.
Do it. Do it. Be gay, do crimes.
But you wanna come with me?
Sure.
Alright, but everybody, just so you know, Shadow's coming with me. Commit a felony. Also, alright, Storm. Storm's gonna be right back.
Okay. I stopped looking at the fucking chat because I was looking at DMs and shit.
How dare you stop looking at your chat. All your loyal fans.
I know. Oh my god. I have amazing fans. I really do.
Yours truly included.
Yeah, I have like a decent like subscriber count, but I don't have a lot of people that like interact with me consistently. And like, you know what, those people, man, I love you all so much.
I do.
I know you do, but like, also, you're not just like a fan; you're like a friend.
Nah, bitch, we family. There's a difference.
Yeah, so you're not just like a subscriber.
A subscriber.
Yeah, subscribe. You're subscribed.
I am subscribed.
Look at this fucking horse. Look at this fucking horse.
What are the first two letters of horse spell?
Ho. Your mom's a hoe!
You have to do that voice, don't you?
Yeah. This is why I can never monetize my stuff on YouTube, man.
Bro. You're such a fag, I swear.
Yep. And God loves fags. That means God loves me.
No, I think that bitch hates you.
Listen. God's probably fucking sweating, because you know what? When I die, if he's up there, I've got some goddamn fucking questions, man.
Unintended.
If I say yes, will you believe me?
Maybe. Because you're just like, I got some goddamn fucking questions. Pun intended.
Yeah, I fucking do. Holy fucking shit. Like, listen, if there's some, like, god out there that just kind of filled, like, a little, like, terrarium with, like, little things, then, okay, fine, whatever. But, like,
right.
If there's, like, a god out there that is just, like, masterminding and, like, has, like, a purpose for everybody, and that purpose is, like, a child dying to cancer, then I'm gonna have some more serious questions.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if it's just some, like, crazy ethereal being that we can't even comprehend, and we're just, like, little, like, ants, and you put us in, like, a little terrarium to just live out our natural lives, okay, fine. But y'all don't...
My only thing is...
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, y'all don't create a sentient race and then punish them for questioning some unseeable sky daddy.
Right. My only thing is, the whole thing with Christianity and me, at least, is that, God, words.
I believe in you.
Shut up. So, I think we've had this conversation before, but the fact that there is heaven and hell.
Yeah.
So, if God loves all and he forgives all, why does hell exist?
Maybe it's for the people that, like... See, that's what I think about. Like, the logic that people use to teach this stuff makes no sense. Because, like, you can have someone go out there and, like murder, like, and, like, commit atrocities and, like, make a bunch of other people suffer, right? You can do that. That hoof looks so fucking small.
Yeah, it looks small.
Shut up.
You walked into that one.
I did. But, like... You know, my other question is, okay, think about the bad people in this world that do bad things because there's something, like, fundamentally wrong with them. Like, think about, like, the serial killers who, like, kill people or, like, are, like, awful people because they literally physically cannot have empathy. They just don't have it. And they were born that way. They didn't ask for that.
Right.
I think about that. I think about that a lot. Or I think about the people with, like, paraphilias. Like, what happens afterwards? If there is some god out there that, like, judges people based on, like, their lives, like, if you have someone doing bad things because, like, at the end of the day, because of something they couldn't, like, control, like, how does he judge that?
Right.
Alright. Honey... Oh, there we go.
Alrighty, yeah.
Is it still working?
It's working.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. You know, I might try and share the stream. Copy link. don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream for, but paste. Tweet. Alright. So it's not stuck on the horse anymore?
Correct.
Alright. I'm getting out of Streamlabs. Let me know if the audio is still okay in a minute. Oh, Streamlabs is annoying as shit sometimes. I swear to God. Like, it's cool. I can stream directly from my iPad, but God fucking damn it. Please work. You know? My stomach is upset at me.
Mine too.
It's probably because I ate ice cream.
I mean, we all know why my stomach's upset with me.
Yeah. You've got a little demon kicking your intestines.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we keep talking about it on stream. One of these days, the rest of the server is just gonna find out.
Yeah, I know.
This Flower's gonna, like, pop in the stream and be like, "What's up? Mikey's pregnant." Oh.
I mean, I believe we told Copper, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, I need to... Come to think of it, I need to catch up with Luna.
Yeah.
That's the friend that I told you I was gonna ask and see if they knew any, like, resources for you. Because they, Luna and their partner, G, they're like some of my best friends ever. Like, there's Copper and Alex, and then there's G and Luna. They're basically, like, pseudo-parents for me. I love them so much. So, they've adopted a lot of kids, and they also foster. And they, most of the fosters, in fact, I think all of the fosters they take are emergency fosters. So, they would know more about what resources could potentially be available to you. Be easier if you were, like, around here, because they know more about what's around here, obviously.
Yeah.
Because fuck women's rights and the lives of children in Texas, right? Fuck them. Fuck anyone who can have children and, like, be poor and need help. Ugh. Alright. Let's see. I should go back to my stream chat. Mm. I made a community post about this Dwem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love cats.
I do too. Humans don't deserve such precious creatures. They're so perfect. I need to bring this up, I think. Fuck.
Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
Too late.
What the fuck did you do?
Cut my fingers.
Popped or cut? What?
Pop.
Well, don't do that, silly.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say
I want it that way. Now number 5.
I never wanna hear
Have you seen that meme?
I love that meme.
Number 5 killed my brother. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Funniest shit ever.
Right.
I like that.
Like what?
Okay, so we got, this is the new leggies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the, like, the old, right?
Yeah.
I think I've got, like, a bigger foot, and I'm, like, I don't know, I changed up this, like, a lot. The one in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
That looks better. Okay.
Everything hurts.
Take some, baby safe pain medicine and maybe go sleepies or something.
No.
Why not?
As I said, no.
You don't want to rest? It's good for you.
No.
Hey, it says there's 2 people watching. Hey, Biohazard, you're back. The stream shit itself earlier. I don't know if that's... I don't know if you saw that or not. I think that's everything. Yes. Alright. Ugh. I gotta piss. I don't want to get up. I need to, though. I need to piss as soon as I have the urge, because I need to not keep pissing blood clots. I have a problem with holding my piss. Anyway, I don't know, entertain the stream. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back in a hot minute.
Have fun.
Dimension Gamer, you can... Yeah. You want... More realistically, I'll just shit myself. I'd like to not do that, so...
BJ.
Alright, I'll be back.
How you doing, Dimension Gamer? I'm doing pretty okay. You know, I'm just in charge of the stream for right now. What if we, like, did something like the prank chat or something? Like, just spam the chat with F. Or some stupid shit like that, I don't know. Hi, whoever just joined. Biohazard! Shadow's AFK at the moment, unfortunately. Hi, whoever just joined. mention Gamer. That's actually pretty funny. So, Biohazard, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, just very tired. Maybe, but I'm waiting for Shadow to get back, just so she doesn't think that I, left her.
I'm back. Honey's yelling at me. Mikey, you there? Oh no. What happened to Mikey? Bish, where are you? Falling asleep, motherfucker! Oh my god. Are you gonna come back to VC? You don't have to if you don't wanna. A sweepy baby. Anyone know sweepy? Go take a nap or something. You need the rest. Yeah, at 3 a.m. I'll probably be unconscious at 3 a.m. Not gonna lie. Fine, okay, Dimension Gamer. I'll start drawing again. This is an ancient commission, for an acquaintance of mine, called Scorcher. Embarrassingly, I realized when they literally DM'd me for another commission that I never fucking, sent them the finished piece for this. And, I was gonna, cause before I was supposed to slap a little color on it and then send it to them, right? But it's been so fucking long that, one, I know I can draw it better, and two, because I never sent the finished one, I'm just fucking updating the sketch, and now I'm gonna slap color on it. Mikey's okay, they're just tired as shit. They're still lurking in the stream, but they don't want to VC anymore, which is fine. Okay. Okay. I think this is good. I think. Damn, I think I popped off with this sketch. I'm just gonna I'm debating on brown colors, and there's these two brown colors. I might pick this. Let's see. First of all, I need to get rid of those for a minute. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's fucking see if this works. Did it get it all? Looks like it fucking did. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's get a nice big brush. Oh, it didn't get that area, but that's okay. That's little. I can just go in and fill this in myself. This is fine. Nope, that is a big brush. It is a diamond dog, or more specifically, it's a hellhound. So basically, like that Fall Equestria universe that I rambled on and on about, there's a species of creature called hellhounds, and they basically are a mutated up version of the diamond dogs, and this is a commission to design one. You're gay. Oh, while I was gone, I also made popcorn. I put way too much salt in it, so I'm dying a little bit, but like I'm still gonna eat it because I love popcorn. Good shit. Good shit. Okay. Let's clean this up. I think I'm going to have the color of the dog on a different layer, since I need to run this by the commissioner first if they like it, because I'm like supposed to be designing this fucking thing. And I should make my life easier if they want to change colors of things. I should make my life easier. That is what I should do. I am salty. I'm a salty bitch. I'm taking commissions right now, BT dubs. I'm doing, like, headshots like this. This isn't finished. This is going to be, like, cleaned up and, like, given basic shading. So, where is it? Here. I'm doing these for $5 because I need fucking money. ASMR time. I hope you like that. If anybody actually is sensitive to eating noises in the stream, let me know and I'll, like, tone it down. I want to be inclusive and shit here. Listen, I love chicken tendies. Chicken tendies are great, but, like, I'm just saying, nuggies. You have the option for nuggies. Make the right choice. Okay. My Apple Pencil's at, like, 11, so that's fun. It's been so weird using a program other than MS Paint. But I've been so stressed and mentally unwell that having an, like, digital art on the iPad has, like, made it so much more accessible for me lately. Yeah, so initially I got Clip Studio. It was just like, damn, maybe I should learn another program just because, like, it would open up my other avenues for, like money, taking commissions and making merch kind of thing. And I could was still gonna primarily do MS Paint shit because I really enjoy it. I much prefer painting. It's fun for me. But, then I got the iPad, because I'm like, damn, plugging in my drawing tablet and all that, it stresses me out. And also, the ports on my tablet are loose, so the cords are constantly, like, disconnecting and shit, and it's just stressful. It's just annoying and stressful. So, I finally went and got an iPad, and obviously, I can't have MS Paint on an iPad, otherwise I fucking would, because, yeah, obviously. So I just got Clip Studio Paint a second fucking time on the iPad. Low-key frustrating, because I bought the full version of Clip Studio on my computer, before I got the iPad, and honestly, I wish that I hadn't, because if I hadn't done that, I would have gotten the full version of it on here, I think. But, yeah. Only challenges, only a frustrating thing is that having Clip Studio on the iPad, I have to have a subscription. It's only $4 a month, but, like, for someone like me, that unfortunately is a lot. Like, I'm about to, like, cancel almost every subscription I have. Like, Clip Studio, and, like, iCloud are probably the only ones I'm gonna have at this point. And, like, my iCloud subscription is literally 99 cents, so. But I'm probably gonna have to say bye-bye to I'm gonna have to say bye-bye to Apple TV and Netflix and Disney Plus. I can't afford it anymore. I'll probably try and do it, like, on a month-to-month kind of basis. Like, oh, this month I don't have the money for these things. Cool, I won't renew the subscription. This month I have the money to get, like, fucking Disney Plus. Okay, I guess I'm gonna watch all of the Disney movies this month. Kind of thing. I hope you like that, said every cis guy ever. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, Netflix does fucking suck, but you know what? It's got my balls in a vice grip for 3 reasons. One, My Little Pony, because even though the new generation sucks, I can't stop fucking watching it. Also, Orange is the New Black, and Wentworth. Those shows have my balls in a vice grip. I'm highly considering trying to buy, like, physical media of them, or just, like, fucking trying to, like, screen record it so that I can just watch them forever. I'm not actually gonna do that, guys. We don't commit felonies. But, like, a disc set copy of, Wentworth is, like, $70. She-Ra! I also really love She-Ra, but it's, like, not a show that, like, I actively watch all the time. Like, I put on Orange and, Wentworth for background noise at this point, especially Wentworth. And then My Little Pony is, like, an actively like, show. It's like being made. But, yeah, I don't know. But, like, I don't know. I mostly got Disney, too, because, like, I mean, Disney has a lot more options, I think, that are, like, in my realm of tastes and the kind of movies that I would want to watch. So, I'll probably end up using that one more often. I think kind of yellowy. Eek. Gonna make it icky for his teeths. Or I should say her. This is a girl. She's supposed to be like a little nutty, little crazy looking. Amazon. Amazon do be nice. I've never gotten one. I probably should. Like, I probably should because honestly, buying stuff from Amazon's probably like way cheaper. Like for example, like a lot of the bulk foods that I buy, like filler stuff like rice and like ramen, like you can get it like way cheaper on Amazon, and you can get a lot of it at once. Like rice, pastas, and noodles, stuff like that. Or like soup bases. I like a lot like soup bases, like miso soup, for example, or faux soup. That's good shit. I found out that, thank you. I found out that you can actually use food stamps, like the SNAP program, on fucking Amazon. Like for food items and shit. Well, part of me is like, damn, that's nice, because that makes things more accessible for people. At the same time, I don't know how I feel about government assistance money going to Amazon, of all places. But hey, that's the government's fault for not making things accessible. Let's see, I'm making like burn scars. Brain farts. Okay. What would like a burn scar look like? I don't want to look that up on stream. I'm gonna look that up on my phone because I don't want to put that on stream if I'm Googling that shit. Like, I don't know if it would just like look like a normal color. Oh. Man, that looks fucking wild. Is this from like skin? I think, actually, I think some of these scars are from skin grafts. I think that's why they look so different. Oh, maybe not. Damn. Person, God. That's some man. Okay, that's some fucking wild burns. Man, I can't even imagine. I've had some nasty small burns. I can't even imagine some of these ones. Holy shit. Oof. Wow, that burn scar makeup looks really bad. Okay, so it just looks like... It just looks like normal scar tissue, just like knotted up a little bit. Like, I don't know exactly how to emulate that. Okay. Let's color in some of these other scars. Shit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Was that molten lava or larva? But no, like, the molten lava honestly makes sense, because I just looked at, looking at the burn scars I just looked at, like, texture-wise, yeah, that makes sense, like, saying molten lava. It's been 50,000 years since I started this commission. I don't fucking remember who made these two images I've been using as references for Hellhounds. Almost done with these claws. I should probably put on something in the background, honestly. I think. Yeah. I'm not going to be looking at the chat a lot if I put on background noise, though. So. I'll put on Fallout Equestria in the background. I need to leave the voice call, though. Let me see.
I sighed, remembering Stable 90, the shortest-lived stable in Equestria. There wasn't anything you could have done.
Content warning, the audio drama I'm listening to is really fucking intense.
My hooves kicked as I struggled to roll over and find my footing. Finally, I stopped and just lay there. Why do you say that? Why does every pony? I could have tried telling them. I could have gone pony to pony. I could have gone to Sanguine, given that murdering bastard what he wanted in exchange for a cure. I could have had the decency to die with them. Why didn't she understand? Why didn't any pony? Then she levitated me into the air, and I blinked in surprise. The little pony looked long and hard at me. Would you dying have cured them? I hung there in the air before her. Okay, in all accord with magic this strong, I could understand. This was a little intimidating. I shook my head. Then, all your dying would have done is killed one more pony, Little Pip said firmly before she set me back down beside her. You forgave those rapists. Why can't you forgive yourself? Have you ever gotten innocents killed? She looked me in the eye and then shook her head. If you do, tell me the trick and I'll do it. I sighed, feeling dejected as I rubbed my face with the cool metal of my forehoof. If I stayed here, I was sure I'd start spilling every whiny, angsty thing that happened to me. You know what? Let's go do something. Little Pip frowned. Uh-huh. What do you mean by do something? I took a nice long pull of the bottle and smiled. Attention, Canterlot. We have inebriation. Take that, super magical synthetic organs. I thought we were supposed to be waiting here. You were waiting for a Healy taint purging. You can do that anywhere. All I'm supposed to be doing is being observed. You can observe me anywhere. So, do you want to waste time here trading sob stories? I asked as I slipped to my hooves, a little more carefully this time. It's 2 a.m, she said with a disbelieving smile. So, haven't you ever worked a late shift? Trust me, there's something somewhere, some trouble that we can get into, I said with a wiggle of my brows. How did I let you talk me into this? Little Pip shrieked as the first wave of screaming, clawing ghouls came charging at us. Her revolver, a sweet, custom-modified IF-18 horseshoe that I slightly wanted to snuggle even while fighting for my life, barked and transformed the head of the monstrosity slashing against my upraised hooves into twitching corpse meat. I heaved the body away from me and onto a crowd of 3 more. It was amazing. Think about walking? Fall on face. Don't think about it, because you're too busy dealing with dozens of shrieking zombies while inebriated. Limbs work fine, which was a very good thing. One ghoul opened its mouth wide as it lunged, and I reared on my back legs and punched my hoof through its maw. The combined momentums drove my hoof out the back of its head. Rotting brain smeared it as I pivoted on my rear legs and threw the corpse at the 3 scrambling to their feet. Hey, this is your secret passage, I shouted as another ghoul lunged in low, and I leapt over its snapping jaws. All 4 legs came straight down on its head, and the zombie's skull popped like a rotten apple. I wanted to levitate you down from the roof, but no! The trio of ghouls rose this 3rd time, but 3 blasts from Little Macintosh transformed their skulls into bony, goop-covered shrapnel. You don't like heights. Spent revolver casings popped into the air and got turned into hot brass projectiles. Briefly driving one of the zombies back into the blasted subway tunnel it'd been crawling out of. I'm sorry, not all of us fly everywhere in sky wagons, okay? I yelled as another group crawled out of a hole in a rusted sewer grate. I hooked my 4 legs on either side of the gap and swung in. My rear legs pistoned wildly as they hammered into whatever soft undead flesh made itself available. I suggested getting Lacuna, but no, you don't like alicorns. They're monsters, Little Pip shouted as her horn flared and scraped a fallen piece of roof along the side of the subway. The block of rubble was easily as big as I was and tore through an emerging ghoul in half as she loaded another 6 rounds into the revolver. It wasn't an option, okay? She whirled and placed 3 shots into the head of a glowing ghoul. Its head exploded like a fountain of luminescent snot. You were the one who insisted on doing them in the first place, she yelled as she backed towards me while I scrambled away from the sewer grate and into the middle of the subway passage, tackling a zombie that had been about to snap at her flank. You said you had to do it. No friends, remember? I said as I hooked a foreleg around his mouth, like a bridle, gripping it with my hind legs. I wrenched as hard as I could and was rewarded by the head coming off in my hooves. So then you say, oh, there's a secret passage in the basement. We can get out that way. Only a few ghouls. She worked her arcane sciencey magic on the terminal beside the door and managed to override the lockout. Neat trick. I'd asked her to teach P-21 if we made it out of here alive. I threw the head as hard as I could into another charging zombie. It broke the creature's run just enough for me to bring both metal hooves down on its head with a pulpy crunch. This is more than a few. Little Pip carefully planted 3 more shots in the zombies coming out of the side tunnel as we moved towards the head subway car. The tunnel was lit by sickly green radiance of even more glowing ghouls. Well, you said there were more. There were fun. A ghoul scrambled on its back, its jagged hooves hooking into a reinforced utility barding. Her horn glowed as she lifted the monster into the air, and there was a crack as the entire creature was squeezed, then threw the crushed remains back down the tunnel behind us. Little Pip, I'm drunk, I yelled before biting hard on a length of rebar and striking a chunk of rubble on the end like a club. The weight knocked back 3 more of the screaming monsters. "No, you're crazy," she yelled back as she looked around. Okay, this was rapidly getting past dozens into fucking ridiculous numbers. What, had Tenpony been built right on top of Manhattan Ghoul Central? "Get in the subway car, hurry!" Well, it was better than my plan to hit them some more. Somewhere in the process of planning this adventure, I'd trot off without barding, gun, or even saddlebags. No, the only piece of equipment I'd brought were the bottles of whiskey tied together around my neck like some sort of tribal good luck charm. It seemed funny at the time. I scrambled in first. One ghoul charged down the aisle at me. I hooked my forelegs into the seats, swung my back legs up, and smashed both rear hooves into its head. Then, of course, I landed flat on my back next to the wiggling corpse. I smashed my legs down on its head repeatedly, looking at Little Pip upside down as the small unicorn hopped in after me. Okay, now what? She tossed Little Macintosh at me. I caught it in my forelegs and transferred it to my mouth, sitting up. A ghoul was thrashing its way through the doors at the other end of the car. "No ticket," I shouted, before hopping into Sats and planting one of the revolver's heavy bullets into its skull. Actually, what I really said was, "No ticket," with lots of slobber, but it wouldn't have known the difference anyway. As I pulled myself to my hooves, the subway car lurched. A glow that spread from Little Pip's horn to envelop the massive vehicle. The wheels underneath squealed, and there was a metallic bang as something broke underneath the car. With a scream of metal and rust, the subway car broke free of the rest and began to roll down the decayed tracks. Of course, there were still ghouls leaping onto the side of the rolling car, pulling themselves free through the windows. I raced from one to the next, Little Macintosh flashing their skulls into fragments until the hammer fell on an emptied casing. No problem. Have hooves, we'll thrash. Ghouls fell beneath the screeching, grinding wheels, and chunks of undead splattered at the pursuing crowd. A few more tried to scramble on. I manually persuaded them to get the hell off. In a minute, we'd left the undead behind, and I'd finished off anything still wiggling. Little Pip gaped as she looked at me a touch wild-eyed. She levitated the gun from my mouth, winkling her nose at my drool. "This is one of the crazier things I think I've done," she yelled over the shrieks as we rolled along. I took a long pull off one of the bottles of whiskey, watching the text on my EFS warning me of the drug toxicity that my system was trying to purge. Really? I thought it was Tuesday. "So, why is it you couldn't bring your friends along?" I asked as we made our way through the subway station. I mean, Zenith I can understand. She has that whole I can kill you with a hoop vibe going. Calamity seemed okay, though. And Velvet seemed nice, even if she got that whole bossy mama bear thing going for her. Little Pip was drinking a healing potion she'd found locked in a medical supply cabinet. The sight of it had floored me. Healing potions as fresh as you please, even after 2 centuries. Sweet Celestia, something obscene, something... Where did Little Pip learn to swear like that? And Hilvington suck. She sighed as she looked at the empty potion bottle. "It's complicated. I'm going up against 2 monsters, and each one wants me to destroy the other. Both have armies and power, and one can't even read minds." Ouch. I winced, then extended my fingers to carefully pick up a piece of scrap metal. "Eat, huh?" I tried to bite it in half. Nothing. Finally, I stuck the chunk in my mouth and felt a strange warmth. The rusty lump softened to the consistency of taffy. Tasted pretty good, too. I smiled as I chewed the lump of metal and swallowed. Then caught Little Pip's shocked stare. Okay, maybe it was a little freaky. "What? I'm on an iron diet." She snorted, and I smiled as I took another drink. "Well, if I take Calamity along and he gets too close, and he gets his mind read, then it's game over." She sighed, then floated my offered bottle over and took a drink herself. Velvet Remedy? Well, a small smile spread on her face. She's a special kind of girl. She wants to help every pony she can, even slavers and monsters, and every pony. So if she knew what I was going to do, well, I don't know, she might try to stop me. And Zenith? I asked with a smile. Same deal as Calamity? Or would she headbutt the beastie? She looked a little sad, then a little guilty. Pretty much. So once you get the bomb, then what? Then? She smiled. Then I blow Red Eye's citadel to the moon. I think it's the most you should know. She wasn't telling me something, but then she fought mind-reading things. I imagined great big tentacle brain monsters. Ooh, or maybe magical computer things. I chuckled, taking a drink. Considering the shit I'd dealt with, who was I to insist she tell me more? Then she gave me a small, thankful smile. Thanks for helping me with this blackjack. Thanks for giving me something to do, I said with a laugh. Shoot at me, stab me, or fuck me. Do whatever you want to do. Don't let me think. She blushed. Why was she blushing? Why was she acting all glory-ish? So, next part of the plan? I asked with a smile, as I stood and turned towards the doors leading outside. We make like the stable dweller, you drop a building on them, and I thump anything that's wiggling, right? Then I blinked when she didn't call me an idiot, or laugh. I looked back at her, and was she staring at my ass? Little Pip? Maybe she really liked my hardware. She snapped to and looked at me. Wow, she blushed just like Glory. Right, the plan. The planning things with the, planning stuff. plan. Was she actually checking me out? Celestia. Something. She had been, and I couldn't help smiling. I could count the number of mayors interested in me. Well, honestly interested rather than planning to sell me out on one hoof. I turned slowly towards her and watched her eyes get big as she gave me a crooked smile. Little Pip, I said as I leaned towards her. I'm sorry. Her ears fell. But I'm just not drunk enough to think this is a good time. With the surgery and mission and everything. Wow. I didn't know a pony could achieve that shade of red. Oh, I mean, I shouldn't... So, I kissed her. I was also quite delighted to discover she was an exceptionally sweet and adorable kisser. And despite how embarrassed she was, she definitely kissed back. Now she was red and stiff as stone. I imagined breakers blowing in her head. Celestia's flaming cunt drifts, she muttered, then sighed and rolled her eyes. Have I no fucking self-control? But I am drunk enough that one kiss seems okay. I pointed out with a laugh as I walked to the door. You grew up in the wrong stable, Little Pip. If you were really into mares, you should have been in 99. She snapped out of it a second later. Yeah, but didn't you say it was a horrible, brutal rape factory or something? Did I mention that? I told her something about 99 like that. My brain was a mite fuzzy, but the alcohol was definitely lubricating the whole walking thing. Well, yeah, it was. But for a mare that really likes other mares, well, I looked right at her with a wide smile that I think set her blush in stone. I think you'd have fit in just fine. I'd love to have had you in my stable. Then I took a deep breath. Anyway, don't you have a leader to sweet talk? She stared at me, then shook her head hard. Right. With the talkie, sneaky, plan thing. She thumped her temples lightly. Next time you want to mess with me, could you, just shoot me? Kissing you was funner. Oh my, there she went again. Didn't any pony ever hit on this mare? Sure, she was insanely gorgeous, but she was outrageously cute. Okay, so we gotta trot up close enough to speak to some pony in charge without getting shot at. Yeah, and the camp's huge. I don't know if I have a stealth buck that'll last that long. So, plan B. She blinked and looked at me warily. I'm not sure I want to know. Last time I did this, my friend shot me. A lot. But upset as she tried on the red sash onto one of Red Eye's enforcers. Last time I did this, I had to eat my friend's heart, I said as I made sure my nice artificial legs were good and covered up before slipping on a pair of battered sunglasses. She looked at me for a moment and finally asked the million-bottle-cap question. Blackjack, how in Luna's frosty bits are you sane? I looked back at her. That was a fair question. Maybe I'm not. I do what I can to help and do what I have to win. I looked at her in surprise. Don't you? She dropped her gaze.
Taking a picture of this.
Some things you shouldn't do. Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta make sure winning's worth it, I said as I turned towards her. And sometimes you screw up big in the process. But nothing's worse than losing because you sat on your hooves when you should have acted. I rolled my eyes and looked at the knocked out guards we'd gotten uniforms from. Would you break a promise to a friend? She asked, not meeting my eyes. Look, I'll explain to Homage about the kiss, I said with a sigh and a smile. She flushed again, then shook her head. I don't mean that. She adjusted her helmet so it covered her horn. She stomped her hooves once. Damn it, why is this so hard? I sat as she struggled. I feel like I can't trust myself. She closed her eyes. I had a problem with a drug a while back. Party time menthols.
Okay. Alright, let's go back to YouTube. I'm gonna check the chat. Let's go back. Alright, let's go back to YouTube. I'm gonna check the chat. Do I use PayPal? Yes. It's the only thing that I use, actually. Do I use PayPal? Oh no, my Apple Pencil is dying. How unfortunate. What the fuck? Man. I put my Apple Pencil down for 2 fucking seconds. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. File. Save. There we go. Let's go back to working on this for now. Until my pen shits itself completely. Okay. I'm hot. I hate it here. I hate overheating. It's ass. Clean up some stuff. Yeah, the magical disappearing Apple Pencil. I swear every time I put it down, it fucking evaporates. Okay. There we go. Let's get this little beak colored in. It's cute as shit, honestly. Actually, you know what I need to do? Is this. Nope. Wrong layer. Right layer. Wrong layer. Right layer. Ayo, that's real red. Okay. already looking better. I'm gonna put the audio drama back on.
Brain enhancers. Right. Rampage chews them all the time. Those are out. I said with a confused smile. Actually, I had no idea if she ate party time or not. It never occurred to me that there might be different varieties. Exactly. They make ponies more agreeable, nicer, charismatic, she said. And they're also extremely addictive. It was a big, big problem for me. Sounds useful. Got some? I asked. She closed her eyes and pressed her lips together as her magic pulled out a tin from her bags. Wow. She must have known precisely where they were. So, I'm guessing you promised to never ever take them again, no matter what. Yeah, something like that, she replied. So, right now I've got a little pony in my head telling me to take them, locked in Mortal Kombat with another pony, in my head telling me to keep my promise and find another way. Right. I took a deep, contemplative drink from the bottle. Let me ask you this. Your friend you promised this to, would they want you to die to keep your promise? Little Pip sighed and looked towards Tenpony before saying, no. And if we botch this up, are we going to die? You're helping the wrong pony cheat, she muttered. You're supposed to be helping me keep my promise. That's the right thing to do. The little unicorn sighed. I don't want it to be my addiction, making me take these. I don't want to fuck up and fail my friends again. Shows you deserve your friends, I said with a smile. I took another drink, then sighed. It's easier to give forgiveness if you don't die. So, how about this? You take them till we're out of here. Hand them over when you go, and then spend all day tomorrow apologizing and blaming me for being a horrible influence on you. Velvet's going to kill me, she said as she lifted out one pink, minty square decorated with little balloons and streamers. She popped it into her mouth, chewed, swallowed, and relaxed. Then she opened her eyes, and suddenly I felt like the one about to be kissed as she adopted a coy, cute little smile. Well, worry about that later. Now, how to get inside and speak to Red Eye. She looked at me and tapped her lips. That should be easy enough. The headquarters for his army consisted of 3 or 4 old canvas tents strung together and reinforced with sheet metal. If the large broadcast antenna raised in a pile of rubble behind it was any indication, it would be a good place to contact Red Eye if whoever was in charge locally wouldn't give Little Pup what she wanted. Of course, before we could even find the answer to that, we'd have to think of some way to get past the power-armored-clad griffins. I take the one on the left, you take the one on the right, I suggested. How about we just go report a disturbance in the Tenpony's subway tunnels? She replied with a cocky little smile. But they're in power armor, and I haven't beaten a griffin in power armor yet. I wondered if you could fly them as easily as Enclave Pegasi. We hid amongst the nearby supply crates, watching the comings and goings of the headquarters. You can do that later, she said, as we watched 2 ponies approach. The griffin said, flange, and the 2 ponies replied, gear. A moment later, another pair approached. Strut, they challenged. Truss, replied the ponies, and they were admitted. Little Pip seemed to be nodding to herself. Yes, that's exactly it. The small unicorn said excitedly. What? What's it? I blinked, but she immediately left cover and walked casually towards the 2 armored griffins, leaving me scrambling to catch up. Bolt, one challenged at our approach. Crank, Little Pip drawled in a bored tone. The pair looked at us, then each other. I don't know you, one challenged Little Pip. And why are you wearing sunglasses? The other growled at me. It's the middle of the night. I paused, then grinned. I'm just that cool. Want to bet? He reached out a claw and flicked the black plastic off my face. Then he suddenly stiffened as he saw my cyber eyes glowing like 2 red stars. You... what? We've got a special report to make. You're wasting our time and delaying the inevitable glorious future. Little Pip said imperiously as she tapped her hoof with a perfect stomp for indicating irritation and annoyance. The pair looked visibly shaken as they carefully handed back the battered sunglasses and whipped us through. You should have been an actress, I murmured. Are my eyes really that freaky? No, but Red Eye has that kind of effect on his followers. The pair that had entered before us were trotting back out again. We followed the sounds of speakers and equipment into a small room with a desk and shelves of paper. Two tired-looking middle-aged mares sat at desks with piles of papers around them. The larger room with communications office, opened off, was filled with maps of Manhattan and other cities around the wasteland. A bunch of symbols had been drawn on them. In particular, the locations of freaky MAS EBS towers were all outlined in red. I sure didn't look like Red Eye thought in small terms. Your report? The lime green mare asked us as her eyes went from one of us to the other. They went really round as little Macintosh came out. She opened her mouth to yell, but little Pip's magic glow forced her mouth shut. I leapt on the other and got her into a headlock, effectively wrestling her to the ground. My fingers popped open, and I held her mouth shut as well. Now, what do we do with them? She asked in a small frown, as she looked at the pony with earphones on, sitting, obviously, at the radio with his back to us. Got any Wonder Glue? I asked with a small smile. She smiled back. The two mares found their hooves glued together and their lips duct-taped shut, just glaring at me as little Pip talked to the radio operator with the pistol pointed to his head. I really hoped his loyalty to the cause didn't make him realize a gunshot would get us killed pretty quick. A few minutes later, he got to join the glue party as little Pip put on the headphones. Keep an eye out, she said as she closed the big canvas flap between the rooms and started talking in a low voice. I took the three incapacitated ponies into the corner. Okay, so, waiting in the middle of an enemy camp. The smart thing to do would be to wait attentively for some pony to approach and intercept them with a plan to lay them outside the reports room. But I had to admit, these were some awfully pretty maps. It looked like... I looked at one marked Hoofington. There was the core, the little districts surrounding it, the Collegiate, Rainbow Dash Skyport, Megamart, Elysium, Arena, Ironman Naval Base, Grimhoof Army Base, way off to the southeast. That was new. Luna Space Center was next to it. Scrapyard. All four broadcast towers. Hippocampic Research. There wasn't anything printed on the map, but there was a bright red circle exactly where my pit buck said it would be. I reared up on hind legs, marveling at how they kept it upright, like some kind of freaky zebra. They let me get a good look at the map. The top of it, that is. A green line had been drawn from the circle under the core out to the railway that led straight to Philadelphia. In contrast, Paradise was simply a yellow sticker. Why the hell would Red Eye be working with Sanguine? I glanced at the leg containing my pit buck. Brass had said that some pony was holding Sanguine's hooves to the fire. Some pony like Red Eye? Oh, my mane was inventing all new creepy sensations now. I thought of Red Eye getting his hooves on EC 1101. If he was a cyber pony, then the odds he could get it to work for him with those nasty ends. I'd been so fixated on the projects, maybe the real threat was something very here and very now. Excuse me, a voice said from the door. A pair of runners stared at me and then at the three prone ponies. I extended my fingers and slowly pulled my glasses from my face. I stared long and hard down at the two bucks and said, as low and clear as I could manage, yes. One stammered as he stared up at me. Slowly I walked in step after step on my hind legs towards the pair. Are you going to trouble me too? I growled and looked at the two bucks, bigger, stronger, and more heavily armed than I. One reached into his saddlebags and handed over a folded stack of papers. I took them in my freaky metallic fingers. Thank you, I said in as deep a tone as I could manage. I was somewhat shocked to feel, well, anything. Somehow the legs conveyed tactical sensation. Nodding, they staggered back and trotted for the exit as quickly as they could without running. Was that thing drunk? One asked the other. I rushed to the flap and made a hurry-up gesture with my hoof. She waved me away and then said, "Give it to me, and you get what you want. And I get what I want." Then she added, "Of course, you don't trust me. And I've seen her. You've seen her? Can you think of another way?" "Excuse me," a female voice said behind me. I slowly turned, as dramatically as I could. Then I saw the red feathers, the tawny flanks, the wide eyes of a griffin I'd seen a few days back. A griffin who I'd glued to the side of a boxcar outside the scrapyard. We stared at each other for a moment. "You!" Scarlet shouted, pointing a claw at me. "I suppose you'd remember a mare that cemented you to the wall." "Alarm!" she screamed at the top of her lungs. Well, time for plan D. I raised and tackled her, and we went flying into the canvas wall behind her so hard that it split. We were rolling, screaming, clawing, and squawking, as she scratched at my limbs and pummeled and kicked me like mad. The chaos was spreading by the second as we snapped one of the poles holding the section of the tent. There was more shouting and scuffling, but thankfully no gunshots yet. Then we were rolled out in front of the tent, and I finally had Scarlet in a headlock. Okay. More alarms from... Slowly I looked up at dozens of very well-armed ponies and griffins surrounding the pair of us. Wow. That was a lot of guns. "Ho!" boomed a voice that made every pony, including me, jump to their hooves. Oh, wow. I thought having seen Lacuna, that I understood just what an alicorn was like. Big, wings, horn, pretty standard stuff. Really? Right? Wrong. 15 alicorns, purple, blue, and green, hovered around us like a judgment host. They were surrounded in shimmering shields and looked fit to blast me to chunks. Only one thing saved me. The leader of the host pointed her blue hoof at me and boomed in shock. "You! What are you doing here? You should not be here. The goddess demands to know what you are doing here." I pulled off what shreds remained of my disguise and tossed them away. Then I pulled out one of the last bottles of Wild Pegasus and tugged it free, holding it in my fingers. If I was going to have to deal with a goddess yelling, I needed more alcohol. The alicorns were so stunned that I was able to take a good long pull of the bottle. Well, I had to get fixed up, new legs, eyes, that sort of... She jerked me in the air before her with her magic. "The goddess demands to know, are you working with Red Eye now?" "Why? Is he recruiting?" I asked, seeing the apprehension in her eyes. I reached up and tapped my horn. "Find out for yourself," I said. Honestly, I had no idea if it would really work while my horn wouldn't do anything. But then the probably compensating for some inherent shortcoming-sized horn touched mine, and I immediately felt that sensation of rummaging in my brain. I thought of what Little Pip had said. Hopefully, after blasting Red Eye to dust, she could do something about the goddess. "Good. Now let me dispose of your meddling..." Red Eye knows about Sanguine. I thought at her, and she froze. Which means he might know about Project Chimera. For several seconds, I just hung there as she dug through my head. I finally finished drinking the last drop, really wishing that I had some more. Whiskey, 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 whiskey. "Shut up! Why must the goddess suffer your mindless, witless prattle? Why aren't you dead yet? Why can't we just kill you? Why?" "Hey, don't look at me. I tried to die more than once." "Uh-huh. I thought it was 'cause you liked me." I thought at her and belched. "You want to prance around my head some more? Or talk turkey? You want alicorns with cocks? I'd imagined it'd do you wonders if you got laid. I really want to smash Sanguine into googly goo. All of us want Red Eye gone. And I owe you for 99. I smiled as I dangled in front of her. "Or you can just kill me and wonder just what Red Eye is up to. Your choice." Then Little Pip, escorted out of the tent by a buck in a big fancy hat that I supposed put him in charge. The effect was immediate. No! Those two may not be together. The goddess forbids it! She waved me in the air like a rag doll. Shut up, I bellowed at her. She's doing what she's doing, and I'm doing what I'm doing. And, a red warning in my vision flashed urge. And then in front of every pony, I lost my whiskey. The blue alicorn dropped me to the ground in disgust. The buck in the fancy hat rubbed his face. Why can't we just shoot them all? Why? He pointed his hoof back at Tenpony. Just go. Go! I rose to my hooves. Oh no, you're not just going to throw us out. Forget it. We're staying put unless we get a proper send-off. Every pony stared at me in shock and confusion. What? What do you want? I looked at the wing of alicorns and grinned. There are, in reflection, many ways to travel the wasteland. By hoof is most common. Occasionally, in vehicles. Sometimes on wings if you had them. The goddess had told Lacuna to warn the others of our return. And so they stood on the roof of Tenpony Tower as dawn broke. For a brief moment, the sun peeked out between the gaps in the distant clouds on the horizon, illuminating us in gold as 15 alicorns flew in formation around the tower, carrying little Pip and myself back to our friends. From my Pip buck played the most sweeping and dramatic music of Octavia's concert I could find, as inebriation helped me overlook the very splatty distance below. Maybe the crown of whiskey bottles was a bit much. The two carrying little Pip and I set us down next to little Pip's skywagon thingy. Every jaw dropped as I turned and lifted a hoof to the beasts. Thank you, noble alicorn, for our safe arrival. Go away, the blue alicorn said in disgust. And as one of the group flew away from the tower, was it just me, or was Lacuna trying very hard not to grin? Little Pip looked horrible. I felt pretty horrible too. I was pretty sure that I was really pushing things with the amount of drinking that I'd done in the last few hours. As my friends trotted across the landing pad towards us, little Pip pulled out the tin of Mentols. I grabbed it. Rover was right. Fingers were useful. Now, you keep your promise. She looked at me with desperate eyes, and I flung the tin away before she could take another. Her whole body jerked after the tin, but I held her back as she finally slumped against me. I need help in hoof. Please. Who's that? Featuring one asked. Blackjack, are you... What did you do last night? Glory stammered. And why didn't you take me along? Rampage added. Did you really drink all of that? Scotch pointed at the crown. What? I said as I swayed. So many flashy warnings on my screen. So many flashy warnings. I was just celebrating my birthday. And then everything went swirly and fell away to black. What a life. But it was mine. Footnote. Maximum level reached. New perk added. Adamantium bone lacing. Your bones are now 50% more resistant to breaking. This perk does not stack with bone strengthening brew. Quest perk added. Cyber pony. +1 agility. +10% radiation resistance. +10% poison resistance. +10% damage resistance. And I saw the most amazing, most wonderful thing ever. I poured myself into learning everything I could about magic. I'd died. I'd come back. Now, I suspected that had been a big mistake. I lay in bed feeling like my brain had been squeezed into a jar 2 sizes too small. My vision, whether my eyes were open or closed, was filled with glaring flashes, warning of toxicity levels, interface conflicts, and I could have sworn there was an actual user idosity warning going off. My mechanical limbs twitched as I sprawled onto my side. All I had to do was crawl out, but my metal legs just twitched and jerked again as I went nowhere. I could just lie here. Yes, lie here in this nice, soft bed and wait for sweet oblivion to claim, "Hey, Blackjack!" Scotch yelled in the perfect Philly pitch to make it feel like an ice pick had been shoved into my ear canal. I tried to say something with loudness, volume, or killing noisy fillies. I'm fairly certain that all went out the olive filly's head. Though, as she screeched, "Glory told me to come in and ask you about hangovers. She said you probably had a doozy of one, so I should talk really loudly." Was all I could reply as I flopped around and finally managed to bury my head under the pillows.
The stem cells. You save the stem cells. They basically, when your baby is born, they clip off like a 4-inch piece.
Fucking commercials.
So Blackjack, are you hungover? Do you need me to talk louder? Hey, Blackjack. Can you hear me now? Blackjack. She shrieked as she shook me hard, making my stomach fang lurch and my bladder, did I even still have that? Clench. I didn't need to be dealing with this and a hangover at the same time. Blackjack! Blackjack! Did you really fly around on wings of alicorns? Did they crown you? Why were these security ponies looking for you? Oh, and this one black unicorn asked me to say you were a horrible influence. That was mean, but she gave me a whole bag of candy to tell you really loudly. And Glory thought it was a good idea, too. And she gave me 3 Spock-A-Colas. And Blackjack! Can you hear me, Blackjack? I could kill them. I could kill them all. No court in the wasteland would convict me. A trip to the bathroom and a shower later, I was in a far less murderous mood. The real fun was trying to mentally bash and thrash my legs into moving. I distinctly remembered walking and trotting around without a problem. Okay, it was a bit fuzzy, but still, I'd been walking better drunk than I was sober. Fortunately, Scotch enthusiastically herded me, preventing me from actually falling onto my face again. Once I'd gotten myself clean and flushed out, the alarms died down to sullen yellow warnings that seemed to be there mostly to remind me not to do anything like last night ever again. I needed food, power, metal, Med-X, or something to make my head stop feeling so, and some pony who could fill me in on what exactly had happened last night. Morning, conscious time. A little chronometer in the corner of my eye told me that it was now early afternoon. Hopefully, I'd be able to get my body and brain and everything. And coming out of the bedroom, I tripped on my own feet and tumbled down into a heap. Walking shouldn't be so hard, I groaned, face down on the concrete tiles. Hadn't I been kicking ass a short while ago? Somehow. Maybe some more wild Pegasus, a mare said in a strange electronic tone. I blinked and looked over at the small collection in the living room. Lacuna was lying on the floor next to Glory on the couch. The gray Pegasus was so neat, so clean and tidy that I had to double check. Next to her, Scotch sat eating one of my birthday cupcakes with a crown of whiskey bottles atop her head. She grinned at me sheepishly. On the coffee table was a large metal drum with a camera on top of it and a speaker at the base. There was some sort of generator next to it, along with some strange medical-looking equipment that beeped softly. Sitting on the opposite couch were Homage and a strange buck with crimson and scarlet mane. P-21 trotted up to me to help me to my feet. I had to admit, he cleaned up pretty good too. I think she's had enough wild pee to last one lifetime, Glory said with a somewhat stern smile that told me that I was in a bit of trouble. Not that I blamed her, given the condition I'd been in last night. Did you really drink all 6 bottles in 4 hours? I'm pretty sure that it would have killed any pony else, the odd buck said. When Homage told me that you and Little Pip were being flown here by 5 wings of alicorns, I had to wonder if she'd been drinking too. The gray unicorn chuckled and shook her head, then gestured back to her companion. Blackjack, Life Bloom. Life Bloom, this is Blackjack, also known as Security around Hoofington. Her blue eyes focused on me as she said evenly, Life Bloom here is representing the Twilight Society and wants to speak with you about Professor Zodiac's theories regarding your lineage. Oh, yeah. That. I trot towards the assembly, P21 more than once keeping me from falling flat on my face. Again. Look, I know that she thinks I'm special, but I'm not. Okay? I don't know why I can open up the cases, but I'm not related to any ministry mayor. I'm certainly not related to Twilight Sparkle. Light Bloom smiled politely. Why are you so sure that you're not? There's much we don't know about the ministry mayors. The Ministry of Image did an exceptional job at obscuring and hiding the truth. Applejack was the only mayor who ever publicly confirmed to be in a relationship, but it is unlikely that she really was the only one. Homage gave me a gentle smile. It's possible that your relationship is only tangential. You could have some apple blood in you. That would explain the cases. She folded her hooves before her. It wouldn't explain the Project Steel Pony being unsealed perfectly, buzzed the speaker on the can. While I'll agree that Applejack's cousin might be enough to open a security case, it wouldn't work for EC-1101. The fact that she's capable of interfering with that program tells me that there's something more to Blackjack than meets the eye. There isn't. Really. I'm not, I said firmly, shaking my head. I sat down beside the coffee table, and Glory pushed me a bottle of clean water. It might not be whiskey, but it was certainly welcome.
All right. This is Otaku Fast. The Otaku Mate is coming to Nakacon 2023 at Joburn Art Convention Center in Oak.
I'm just me, a security mayor from a stable. I'm not special. I looked from one to the next and felt a stab of irritation at the speculative gazes. Look, why does all this matter? Why do you want to know so much? Quite honestly, many in my organization don't want to know. Light Bloom said calmly. You must understand that for 200 years the Twilight Society has been responsible for Tenpony Tower and the secrets of the MAS hub. Many of my order believe that this building to be the last remaining bastion of old Equestria. As such, they take it anything to do with the MAS and its ministry mayor very seriously. So, what does it mean to the Twilight Society if Blackjack is related to Twilight? P21 asked, pointedly, as he looked at Homage and Light Bloom. We're not sure. There's a great deal of disagreement in the society about that, Light Bloom admitted, drawing a surprised look from Homage. Some believe that, even if Blackjack is related, she has no right or connection to the society. And on the other end of the spectrum, there are those saying that if she is, then she's the legitimate head of the Twilight Society. He looked at me slightly apologetically. Most don't know what to think or are reserving judgment until we can verify if you are or are not. I jumped to my hooves. Now, wait a second. You're not turning me into your ministry mayor. Wait, how'd I move like that? I wobbled and fell against the arm of the couch. Lacuna's horn glowed as she studied me. Would it be so bad? Glory asked softly, as she put her hoof to touch my shoulder. I closed my eyes and tried to think of a way to make her understand. Glory, she was Twilight Sparkle. She was the element of magic. She was responsible for an entire ministry and programs and everything. I'm Blackjack. I think I'm the biggest screw-up in the history of Equestria. I can't even do magic. Period. I said as I pointed at my dead horn. Neither could Twilight Sparkle, Light Bloom said evenly. Excuse me? All eyes were on the red and red-maned unicorn as he smiled. Twilight Sparkle didn't pop from the womb using super-powered magic. In fact, not many people knew it, but she was so bad at magic that she flunked out of magic kindergarten. I think that there were quite a few magical mistakes made when she was younger. She likely would have never gotten into magic at all, were it not for her witnessing Celestia rising the sun. After that, she worked hard to learn all the spells she could. Even then, when she applied to Celestia's school for gifted unicorns, she was, by all accounts, quite mediocre. It wasn't until the first sonic ring boom incident that her magic potential showed itself. Only then did she receive Celestia's personal attention and tutelage. Even then, though, her magic was the product of a lifetime of hard work, more than of her admittedly great natural talent. But, I mean, I can't even do the simplest spell. All I can do is shoot things with my horn. Make that could, Blackjack? Yes. But did you have Princess Celestia as your teacher? Liftbloom asked. To be fair, Textbook had been about as interested in me learning as in watching paint dry. Even Mom's endless attempts to remediate me were more embarrassing than instructive. Twilight Sparkle received the instruction and attention she needed to excel. From Glory's description, it's doubtful Twilight would have learned any magic at all were she forced into your circumstances. And before you ask, neither Twilight's mother nor father were exceptional magic users. For some reason, his assurances were making me feel more and more panicked. I wasn't Twilight's descendant. I couldn't be. I was no pony. A screw-up. If I were related to Twilight, then I'd be responsible for fixing the entire wasteland. I'd have to use EC-1101 to do something. I couldn't even fix Hoovington yet. Of course, my stupid body felt calm and still. I needed to get some kind of heartbeat simulator installed. Homage looked at me with a sympathetic smile. Why don't we just get it over with, Liftbloom? The door test. Door test? P21 asked with a small frown. There's a door in the tower enchanted to only open for Twilight, though we think that a direct descendant could also do it. Homage said calmly. So, all Blackjack has to do is try and open the door. Right, I croaked. Let's get this over with then. Are you sure you don't want to...
Just about done.
Glory asked as she looked up at me in worry. You look even paler than a white pony should. I shook my head firmly. With the way my guts churned, I was certain that I was going to puke if I actually had something in my... Wait, those were guts, right? I wasn't sure if I needed an owner's manual or an anatomy lesson. In either case, no. Food was not a good idea just now. I look forward to hearing all about it when you get back, the professor said as the camera turned to face me. Remember, whatever is inside was Twilight's. That means that, if you can get to it, it's yours, Blackjack. Don't let them take it. Liftbloom merely smiled and said nothing. We trot out like an execution procession, leaving Lacuna with the professor. I looked around and asked dully, where's Rampage?
Big baguette, big flavor. The new Green Goddess Caprese milk from Panera.
Your friend Rampage is in security till you leave. Some pony pointed out that since she's a Reaper, technically she's a Raider. Normally that would be a death sentence, but, well. Liftbloom coughed. Yeah. Good luck with that, I said as we stepped into the gilt-decorated elevator. Are you sure you're going to be okay with this, Blackjack? Homage asked quietly beside me. I sighed. No, I'm really not. I just came back from the dead. My body, half of the time, it works flawlessly. The other half, I'm falling on my face. But the Twilight Society helped bring me back. They could have told Glory and the Professor to piss off. Then I'd be a tainted cyber pony. Being related to Twilight won't change who you are, Blackjack, the blue-maned mare said, as the car came to a stop and we set off down another corridor. I slowed my pace, letting the others go ahead. Then I looked at her. Won't it? You heard the professor and Liftbloom. If ponies find out that I'm Twilight's, I don't know, heir or descendant or something, what is that going to mean? I can barely handle being Blackjack, security mare, reject of Stable 99. I wanted to believe her. Wanted to think that if I opened that door, things would be fine. Hey, maybe it'd get a little easier. Except that my life was never easy here. You're not a reject or a failure, Blackjack. I've seen what you've done. Really? Did you see Fallen Arch? Did you see Clover's head explode or Glory's wing fall off? Did you kill only goddesses knows how many rangers to sink a ship? Did you see that? I asked sharply, my irritation in the morning returning, which made me kick myself even harder. She was trying to help me, and I sighed, lowering my eyes. I know you told me I did good things, but it all feels like a lie. It feels wrong, like I'm winning some sort of prize I didn't earn. The others had realized that I'd stopped and were starting to look back. I really don't want to do this, but I have to. Let's get it over with. I wanted a drink. A whole bunch of drinks. Right now. Every pony was gathering before two large doors. They were of sturdy light wood and beset with amethysts. I felt nausea welling up from an organ that didn't exist anymore. The gems glowed a faint purple. There were other ponies here, watching with grim expressions. I didn't want introductions. I just wanted to get this over with. I looked at the door handles and sighed. So, any pony laying odds? I asked, swallowing hard. It's going to be all right, Glory assured me. Please get on with it, drawled one buck, clearly not
There we
anticipating
go.
an important happening. I wanted to capture his complete skepticism, but my mind kept going back to that
Let's go back to the strem. Let's go back to the strem. Oh, would you look at that? There's still some peeps here. I finished up this commission and just in time. Oh, I need to pause the stream. It's playing back icky. Now look at that. We can look at this time lapse. How lovely is that? Heck yeah. Okay. I'm gonna save that. Also, looking back at the chat, yes, Bio, you can totally message me about a commission. Are you gonna message me on, message me on Instagram? You can message me wherever. Alright. Perfect. Now I got confirmation on this one being good. But my pen's about to die. And I'm tired. So I think I'm gonna end the stream.